Nobody likes a jerk, right? And that's pretty hard to correct in people sometimes. Nobody likes one of these to jerk either, but we're going to see if we can fix that today. Let me show you what I'm talking about when I talk about the jerkiness of it. So I've taken off this front cover. It's basically one bolt here and a bolt on either side there, and it just pulls out. And when you do that, you expose this little valve right here. That is the bypass valve. It's got a nut on top of it. Hopefully you can see that. A nut on top of it, and then an Allen wrench goes down in there from there. You have to pull this handle back a little bit to get the Allen wrench in there. And what I'll do, I don't know whether I'll be able to get the camera in here, I'm gonna loosen that nut so I can turn this Allen key. And I'm just gonna turn it about a quarter of a turn. I'm gonna go counterclockwise. What I'm doing is turning down the pressure. These come from the factory at about 2,900 PSI, the hydraulic pressure. So you're turning the pressure down a little bit. You don't want to turn it down so much that it won't work, but we can turn it down, I think, and get that jerking out of it. So let me get a 17, I think, millimeter, and then this is a 5 or a 6 millimeter Allen wrench. That's a quarter turn, maybe not quite a quarter turn. And then we'll tighten this little backup nut back down, and then we're gonna try check out the jerkiness again. It's already better, but I'm gonna go a little bit more, probably an 1/8 of a turn more. All right, I can tell a big difference. They're pretty stiff. A lot of people putting springs down in here and stuff like that, and that just makes it harder to pull. Now an R10 is not, it's kind of stiff anyway. It's not real floppy like some of the ones I see, some of the Chinese ones you see out there. So I don't think springs are the answer for this. Turning that down, and if you just feather it, if you don't just jerk, that'll make you're still gonna bounce. You're still gonna be kind of jerky. But if you just move it like you would normally think about moving it back and forth, I believe this is gonna work. Now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and use it for a little while. Turn down like this. My dealer said the best way to tell that you haven't turned it down too far is to lower your blade and see if you can pick the machine up, front end of the machine up. And if you can, then you've got enough power. So plenty of flow to do the job you need to do without being so jerky. It's just that 29 PSI, I think the operating range on this is somewhere between 21 and 29. And this thing running 29 when it's wide open, and it obviously was wide open. I don't have a gauge. I'm not sure exactly what it's running, but I would say it was at the max. In fact, the dealer told me they pretty much come from the factory at maxed out. So this is, I think this is going to work for me. Again, it's that little nut right there. You loosen it, pull this back, That's the blade. Pull it back, and then put your number 5 or number 6 Allen wrench down in there. And while it's loose, turn it about a quarter of a turn, and then work it and see if you like it. But a quarter turn, a little bit more than a quarter turn, works for me. Now, my dealer's got a gauge, and I may go get it and put a gauge on this and just see what we're running. But if it'll work, if it'll do what I need it to do without being quite as jerky as it was. Now, these are not going to be as smooth as a huge true ISO excavator. They're just, because these are straight hydraulic. It's just hydraulic cylinders up in here. When you work it, you work in the hydraulics, and that's not going to be near as smooth as a machine that's got electric over hydraulics. They got solenoids or something in there that when they pull the stick, the solenoid is telling the hydraulic what to do. But when you pull a stick on one of these minis that doesn't have that, you're just telling the hydraulic to go. And so anyway, so far I'm impressed. I'm going to put it back together, and then I'm going to use it for a little while, and then I'll tell you what I think about it. Okay, so I got it all put back together. And again, it's just this bolt here, this one in the middle, and one on the other side. And then as you pull this out, your wires wires going to the gauges and all that, will come with it. So just make sure when you put it back in, you tuck all those wires up under this cowling or whatever that's called, shroud. And then just do what I showed you on the loosening that lock nut, taking it down a quarter of a turn or so. I did mine a little bit more than a quarter of a turn, and I feel like I could go a little bit more. Still, it's not jerky, not near as jerky as it was. It's still got a little jerk to it, but I want to do some real work with it. It's definitely slower, or not slower. It's definitely less jerky. Which I guess is a little slower perhaps, but it works pretty good. I may come back when I do a couple of jobs with it, I may come back and turn it down a little bit more if I see that it's got plenty of power, plenty of hydraulic pressure and power to to do the digging and stuff. I may come back and adjust it again down just a little bit, and I might go ahead and get those pressure gauges so I can tell exactly where I am. But from what I understand, anywhere around 2100 to 29 is supposed to be the operating PSI of the hydraulics on these R10. So anyway, it's something that doesn't take long at all. It takes more time to take that cowl off than it does to make the adjustment. So and then as you come in here, make sure you've adjusted all these, and you can probably tell I put some sticks on the end of mine, and I'll show you that in another video. So if you hadn't subscribed, be sure and do that. Got quite a few videos going to come up on the Eco, the R10 Eco. Done a few other mods. I've got some mirrors on it, and got those sticks on it. I like those, and I'll show you that in another video. I was going to put some fender skirts, but just couldn't find any. So anyway, I like it. Like I say, I'm going to work it, and then I'll come back and if I need to adjust down, or if I can adjust down, without affecting the breakout power, the breakout force, and the digging and all that stuff, then I'll turn it down maybe a little bit more. But it's a lot better right now than it was. So you might want to give it a try on yours and see what you think. All right, I think that's it. But if you hadn't subscribed, go ahead and do that, because we're going to have a lot more on the Rippa R10 Eco.